Because that's when you become the porn. That's when they use you as. Anytime white people want to smooth some shit over, they go get that rich nigga and put you on TV to represent the people, you know? You have you asking your questions like, Damon, now that you made this $13 million, and we're not counting, now that you made all this money, let me ask you this. Let me just throw this out at you. You respond any way you want. Is there racism in America? You be sitting there thinking about that paycheck, talking about, no, sir. If in there is, I ain't seen none.
Ooh, woo. I'm back. Nobody can't say that I don't work hard. I'm a husband. You heard me? I'm a dad. I have a career. I'm leading my house. I'm a computer programmer. I'm the soundboard man. I do it all, family. I'm a one-man show, family. You know who I am. I'm Drone Boy 1980, family. Hope you had a good day today. If not, ask yourself why. And remember this, family. Happiness is an inside job. It's an internal affair. You heard me? Shout out to Lapeef and Ton Daniels, JR, and the rest of the crew. Those guys are doing phenomenal work, even though it get out of hand at times. But overall, it's a good show. Let's take a look at these clips, guys, all right? Let's go.
About this announcement. Salute to her, congratulations to her, but immediate reactions.
Well, I'll go first because I have been keeping up with it. And I think, again, she was the token Black woman. A lot of her policies that not even policies, a lot of her convictions when it comes to the pedophilia, the men, the lower sentences is trash. She doesn't stand up really for the Second Amendment right to bear arms. Me being a gun owner, trash. The fact that she doesn't or understand what a woman is, and she's a woman with 2 daughters, is trash. So I don't think she was a good pick. I wouldn't have picked her. I see a lot of people are excited because she's the first Black woman. But again, her ideologies, for me, it doesn't coincide to what I believe. So I'm not really excited about it. I think a lot of stuff right now in the next few years are going to be going up to the Supreme Court. I think transgender, the idea of what a woman is, can be redefined through the Supreme Court like they did marriage. So for me, I'm not a fan at all.
All right, what about you, Kay? What are your thoughts about it?
I think it's great that there's this representation of a Black woman on the Supreme Court. I will have to see how she performs. I just don't think that we should scrutinize Black people more than the white people who have been doing these things for the longest. But yeah, I just have to see, how she performs in the role. I haven't seen her in the role. She seems qualified based on what I know. So I hope she does well. I hope she, represents us well. But that representation there, just even seeing a Black woman there, I think is a good thing.
Okay. Bruiser, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, I mean, I'm happy she got it. You know what I'm saying? Black people still making history. You know what I'm saying? So I guess she meet the qualifications, man. I can't knock her, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got skeletons in their closet. Everybody make mistakes throughout their career. But I think the most important thing is where you end up on that ladder or on that journey. So she made it. So congrats, man. Being a sister in a position like that, man, it's powerful. It speaks to a lot of sisters out there that may aspire to, want to be in that situation in their life or, in their career in the future. So I think she can be a good role model for a lot of Black sisters out there.
Are y'all backing her because she Black, or are y'all backing her because
I was about to say the same thing.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, family. Go ahead and do me this favor, all right? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, family. Go ahead and click it and come on back to see. I appreciate you guys. Let's jump on this horse and let's go ahead and ride it. Courtney, that there was a great observation, sis, a great analysis. She talked about the policies. She talked about the history of Ketanji Jackson, right? Whenever that you check this woman's paperwork, the paperwork came back dirty, family. Huh? You heard me, didn't you? The paperwork came back dirty. Her rulings are janky, especially whenever it comes to black people and pedos. Go check it out. It's not me, family. It's one thing that y'all gonna realize. This woman was vetted for this position. Starting from elementary school on up. They watch you. That's why they have special programs and different programs. Because they don't need anybody in there going against the status quo, the establishment. That's what you gonna realize one day. See, I'm light years ahead of most people because they don't get it yet. But hopefully that I can titillate your mind and wake somebody up. These people vet this woman, trust me. She ain't just up there willy-nilly. She's not going against the establishment, which is white supremacy. Oh, let's get that straight. I got white listeners. Now understand something, guys. There is a difference between white people and white supremacists. I get down with white people. You heard me. I get down with white people, but I'm not getting down with no white supremacists. And a white supremacist is not somebody running around calling you nigga all day either. It's not somebody running around with a skint head, old bald head like a cue ball. That's not what I'm talking about. Nor is a white supremacist somebody running around with a bed spread up on the head either. Talking about the Klan. White supremacists wear suits, ties, doctors, lawyers, district attorneys, senators, congressmen, your elected officials, managers at your job, these Fortune 500 companies. And if you don't want to take that, go back and look at your founding father. They call it a white supremacy nation. Not me. They call it that. So go argue with them, coons. Getting back to what I was saying. So I get down with white people. I have no problem with white people, but I do have a problem with white supremacists. And these people vet this woman like they did Barack. They knew he wasn't going to do anything but what they told him to do. And anytime, hear me out, hear me good. I want to be transparent with you. Anytime they want to usher in any form of degradation or depravity, they put a black face in there to do it. Huh? You heard me. I said what I said, and I ain't taking it back. I'm standing on that. 10 toes down. Shout out to Chicago Really. I'm standing on that. Anytime that they want to usher in something, they use a black face as the Trojan horse. You know why? Because you the salt of the earth. Oh God, I don't want to get deep now. I don't want to get deep, but you the salt of the earth. If you do it, everybody tends to follow suit. That's why they got to put a black face on it. Moving right along. I get down with Kay, but sis, symbolism is not where it's at. Symbolism is old and played out up at this point. Black people have been getting elected ever since the 1970s. And what changed for us? You heard me? What changed for us? Nothing. The only time that I really can think about a mayor that really did something was Marion Barry of Washington, D.C., and he was up on the pot. He was smoking crack. Google it. Look it up. Marion Barry. But it's one thing that he did. He helped out the people of the city. Go Google it. And they sawed him up. Took him down. And somebody need to come and get your mans. Bruiser, bro, you seem like you on the pixie dust or something, like you on fentanyl, brother. Now, I ain't trying to be disparaging on that, but brother, what you talking about, man? Anton and J.O., where do y'all get these people from, man? Y'all need to start vetting these people. Moving right along.
But in a sense, I am though. I mean, I want to see black women.
What?
I want to see black women, you know what I'm saying, strive. I want to see black women in power. I want to see black people, period, in power.
But here's the thing. You can want black people in office that also champions what you believe in. But what you believe in and what you want to see your children raised in a society should trump anything as far as with race. So me picking a black woman just because she's black, but yet everything she stands for is anti everything I stand for, then absolutely not.
What about?
Okay. I don't think we understand.
Well, I got a question recorded. What about picking a college just because it's black?
What's wrong? Yeah. me going to a historically Black college to learn about me. But guess what? There's different Black people there. So there will be people that are not pro-Black. There's going to be people there that might have a felon. There's going to be people there that was raised around all white. So I enjoy being around different Black people. Again, we're not a monolith. But my college education, we talk about a whole lot of other stuff than white. And guess what? At historically Black schools, they're diverse as well. So it's not all Black. But again, let's stick to the topic because I don't know why you always try to go to HBCU. Let's keep it on topic.
All right.
And I think a lot of people don't understand how important the Supreme Court judge is. They are the interpreter of the Constitution. They have the ability to change things that historically has been, i.e. marriage, i.e. Roe versus Wade. So those particular issues is going to trump anything.
Hold on, I'll just let her finish.
So those particular issues are going to trump anything because that's how I live. That's how my daughter's going to live. That's how her kids are. So it's more important.
Yeah, all I'm saying is this. With the same logic you use with this, which I totally agree with you, that should be our same logic we use with all that stuff. So I'm saying that it should be consistent across the board. If you can sit here and say, hey, look, you know what? It's a better candidate out there than her. You know, I mean, yep, she was on the conviction committee or something like that. She did all this stuff. So you know all that. I'm saying, and it's not to take a shot at you. It's just that we should do our same due diligence with everything. We should be able to examine everything. And just because it's Black, don't make it right.
Okay. But you can't compare me going to a college to something that's going to change the entire world that we live in here in America. That's like you comparing me shopping at an all Black store and be like, well, you choose to shop all Black, but what about this Supreme Court? It's not on the same level field. So again, this is not about HBCUs and where I decided to go and what I decide to support because it's important to me. No, but and those schools have different people. And I didn't just choose a school because it's Black. I chose a particular school.
I'm just saying.
All right, y'all. I want to.
Well. Courtney was right on this instance as well. Having a Black face in a high place amounts to a hill of beans, guys. You understand? See, it's one thing that y'all gonna have to realize. Back in time immemorial, during slavery, the master used to give the whip to another Negro and allow him to beat you. And you know what that Negro did? He was more harder on you and beat you harder than the master would beat you because he trying to prove that he's on the master team, if you understand that. Just like Barack Obama family. Remember this. More Black people died on his watch than any other president in recent time. You heard what I said. And what did he do to stop the onslaught of Black people? Unarmed Black people now. What did he do? He signed a bill called the Blue Alert Law. He gave cops more weapons, gave them impunity. Cops could kill you with impunity. That's what he did. Instead of saying, you know what? Now this have to stop. Oh no, he doubled down. That's what we talking about. We don't care about no blackface being in no high place because we understand the system. We understand. You heard. Jumping to Logic and Courtney. Well, Logic do have a point, so to speak. How you do one thing is how you should do all things. It's called a unified ideology. You can't vacillate and sway back and forth. If I'm judging Ketanji solely on her qualifications and blah, 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 and her history, I should be able to look at a school and do the same, not just because it's a Black HBCU. So I do agree with him on that point, all right? Moving right along, guys.
All right, Kayla, let me get your thoughts about it. I know you're into politics. What do you think about Ketanji Jackson? Ketanji. I know they're trying to correct me in the comments, but go ahead.
Ketanji.
To be quite honest, I don't have a lot of thoughts on it.
What?
Yeah, I really don't. I think that I have like higher, farther thoughts on the way that the government works. And I spoke about that a little bit on our conspiracy show. So for me, I'm going to continue to move forward in my life and focus on my, local elections. I mean, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts about it, to be honest.
I mean, that's fair though, because at least you just said that, I don't have thoughts on it.
Yeah. You know what? I will say this too, Kayla, because I'm a conspiracy theorist too. And I think that they put Black people in a position where because they know that we're going to vote because they're Black. But yet when their ideologies, if they were white, we wouldn't vote for them. So let's just take Obama.
Who I love, but...
Well, this is what I think, and this is me being a conspiracy theorist, is that I think they appointed him the first Black man president, or mixed, whatever you want to call him, because he was able to usher in a lot of stuff that Black people wouldn't have voted for. In general, Black folks have known to be more conservative, more Christian-based. With the Supreme Court changing the idea of what marriage is and redefining that under Obama, a lot of Black folks wouldn't have championed that. A lot of us wouldn't. So I think Obama was put in to kind of usher in a lot of stuff that Black folks necessarily wouldn't, but because he's Black, we voted him in.
That amongst other things. Yeah.
Well, and I think the same thing with this woman. We championed her because she's Black, but not understanding who she is and what she believes. And a lot of times you can understand what these politicians believe in, depending on who's lobbying for them. So with this judge, Planned Parenthood has lobbied for her. So for me, I'm like, okay, well then she's clearly pro-choice. Me, I'm pro-life. A lot of people lobbied for her that was against guns, that don't believe anyone should have guns. So if they're lobbying for her, it's because they have an idea of what she believes in, and there's a reason why. So again, you can tell a lot about these politicians and judges on who's lobbying for them.
Courtney is in the kitchen, and Caleb was right as well. Let me tell y'all something. There is a such thing as conspiracy theory, but something can't be a conspiracy theory whenever it's reality. See, people that try to dismiss you by calling it a conspiracy theory, it's called pattern recognition. Like I said in my previous videos, best indicator of the future is history, the past. And this is what we have seen. Anytime they want to usher in something debased and degenerate, something that's vile, they put a black face on it. I'm telling y'all, that's how the game works. And everybody's starting to take notice because of technology. Everybody can compare notes. Huh? Did you hear me? See, now I can compare notes to somebody in California, and we seeing the same thing. I can compare notes with somebody in Chicago. We seeing the same thing. I can compare notes with somebody in New York. We seeing the same thing, so on and so forth. You heard me? So now we starting to see. But what they do, they try to give you symbolism. Oh, she the first. Who cares? Everybody else get tangibles and resources. We get symbolism. Oh, God. Did he just say what I thought he said? You heard it. I'm going to repeat it. Everybody else get tangibles and resources while we get symbolism. These people come and dance with you and come to your churches during election time. Do all this stuff for you. Hillary was doing the Dougie. They dancing. They putting on kente cloth, kneeling down. All this performative stuff. Whenever it come to doling out money, stop complaining all the time. You just ain't satisfied. But did anybody hear anybody say something about whenever they start giving money to the Ukrainians? Huh? I said it. Did anybody hear anything about whenever they gave money to the Red Indians? Because there were some black ones, but that's a different topic. That's a different broadcast. Did anybody hear anything about, well, we ain't got no money and all that? Did anybody hear them complaining about whenever that they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki and they gave them money? Did anybody hear about that? But the minute we say, well, our people was in slavery for 400 plus years, oh, y'all stop complaining. You were never in slavery and you don't even know what racism is. Whoever say that, I'm telling you right here from this mic, they a fool. And you got a lot of black people that think that they know. People think that they are politically astute. In actuality, they are in a political stupor. You heard me? Let me say that again. You got some black people that think that they know that they are politically astute. But in fact, they are in a political stupor. They ignorant whenever it comes to this stuff because they think that their voice matter, which it don't. Because anything that goes against the status quo, they shoot it down automatically. And they got a name for those people. But Courtney and Kayla, I see y'all. I see it on y'all. And I think I see a little bit on Kay as well. B1, Courtney. And you know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? Family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button, family. Hit the cash app for me. And like I always tell y'all guys, I thank you 10 folds over. And remember, there is more. Peace.